Maria tato katoa. It's Ohoata. Yay. My son's having a good laugh at me. Hey, I've got something really good I want to show you. It's Ohoata. It's 1st of June on your maramataka, but of course it is the third moon. Just before I show you something you're going to absolutely love, I need to do some housekeeping. Ohoata, give you a bit of a bit of a wake up for the ata. Now, yesterday I was getting a bit rika because some of my Ngāti Raukawa ki te tunga aunties messaged me. They said they've been working with a organisation and they've developed a maramataka planner for the organisation. And I says, well, pai ana, but don't forget, all of this is copywritten. All of this that we've created and we've been the kaitiaki for years and years of, it's copywritten. And so if you change the color codes or even change the names of some of the maramataka, it doesn't go from the fact that we've developed this, it's our resource. And so it's a bit like te reo Māori. We all have te reo Māori, but if someone writes a book about te reo Māori, well, they own the copyrights. And so sometimes our whānau in our journey and how we are always sharing, I say this mātauranga is to remain with the people, us. And some of us get government jobs and we think, oh, we better do something while we're in there. And so we want to teach them about maramataka, but we, under no circumstances, as a government organisation, ever to own this mātauranga or ever to think they have rights over it. And this is why all the property rights, the copyright, is held with us, because any forward prediction of maramataka and planning and cycles has been designed by us based on our tupuna archives. So sometimes people will say, oh, Uncle Rao Ririata said this. And I said, well, Uncle Rao, he's approved. Well, Uncle Rao, he's an expert at the tohu. And I'm like, don't treat our tohunga like that. Don't ask them for support because they're always going to say yes. They always will say yes because they're our kaumatua, but don't use them. And same with Rangi. He doesn't talk about this. He doesn't do this. And Rangi's an academic, so he has to be very careful in what he says. They must reference everything and source everything, academics. Otherwise, that's a complaint to the ethics committee. So before I tell you the most awesome thing ever, I don't want to be caught up in hitting everyone up about copyrights. If you're working with organizations, you come back to us and you get it accredited and approved and permission, and we can overlay everything and share it out. But the ownership, the copyright always remains with us. So that's something big I need to tell you all. And this is for you. So I used to give this out and print it, and now I make whānau pay for it, because if you don't pay for it, you don't value it. My cousin, when I gave it to him and he chucked it on the back of the car seat and it was all screwed up, and I thought, you don't value this because you didn't pay for it. And myself, I always make sure I pay for things so I do a good job on it. So that's my little housekeeping. Now I'm going to tell you the most awesome thing I did last night. I wrote on my maramataka. I started to plan out my year. So all the iwi maramataka don't have a planner like this. So you might overlay your iwi name on it, but the source comes from us, so you have to get permission. The framework, the resource, and because I don't want to take my whānau to the copyright lawyers. I've had to do that with the stationary people who came to our wānanga and then took all the information without asking. Healthy Families, another one, government organisation. You have to ask. Otherwise, I can't deliver the wānanga to you because I'm caught up in all of that. And it's up to all of us to make sure this mātauranga is available, first and foremost, for us, the people, to benefit us. Okay, that's over. Now for the good part. Ohoata, you get in your maramataka.co.nz. Maramataka.co.nz. It's easy to find. Don't answer the trolls. It's just what happens. And you're writing in here all of your plans for the year. And you're planning it all by maramataka, because we have developed this resource to plot out all the marama. And we know all the energies based on the key we've developed after decades and decades of advising. My son's having a big yawn. He's like, Mum, get to the point. Well, the point is, when is your birthday? When's your birthday? So you're looking on the maramataka. Are you going to have a party or are you going to have a quiet time? Who's going to be there before to help you clean up? Who's going to be there to help you before and after with the cleanup? So my birthday is 23rd of November. And here I'm looking, 23rd of November. Uh-oh, it's on Motuwhenua. I'm not going to be having a party. Okay, who else has got something else on? And this is the cruncher from watching the marama go round and round and round on the wheel to actually us putting it in here and developing the code. So you can be a learner at maramataka Māori, but you can understand it based on how we teach you how to plan. So that's us. Whānau, a bit of a growling today. My nice Ngāti Raukawa aunties, they're nice. They want to share. I'm like, hey, that's a government department. Whereas I'm half nasty Ngāpuhi. You know where I'll go? All the way. Why? Because the mātauranga is for the people. So I'm the kaitiaki of this, and I make sure we do it right. And there's no bloody humbug. So tell me your birthdays, tell me your events, who wants to get married, who's having a baby, who's got something really cool on, and I'll look at it down here in the comments. I'll put up where you can get the maramataka from. Then I'll go to the comments, give you a bit of time to ask me a question about something. And yeah, it's all up to you. So if you see these around with other names, other color codes, other people, report, block, spam. And don't do it. Come and ask us and we'll give permission. But you have to come and ask because otherwise I've got to clean it up. And I want to do the wānanga, not get my legal team onto it. It's oha. And of course, so any questions? So, okay, let's think about Waitangi. We know we've had 150, 60 something years of knowing the 6th of February is Waitangi. So next year, what will our Waitangi look like? So we count down and we go over to here, February the 6th. Oh, it is gonna be primo. It is Oturu. So everyone might be a bit launchy offy, but we know always in Waitangi, it's the build up before. It's the 4th when the government comes and I think, is that how it goes? Or 5th when the government comes, 4th manuhiri, 3rd Ngāpuhi and Kawemate. So yeah, so that whole build up to Waitangi is primo. That's before the full moon, so all the days. So this is how our maramataka works. This is our family's mahi we've done for years and years and generations on being able to share with you an actual tool that you can use in the modern day life for our betterment, for our management of our time under maramataka and connection and natural systems, but it's got a copyright on it. I have to tell you, and I don't want to tell you again. Hoha. Yeah, so that's me. Value our mātauranga. Some of my aunties, other aunties, they're working in organizations and they want us to come in and do wānanga, and they're really struggling because the organizations are like, don't recognize mātauranga Māori. So they're like, well, we'll pay, someone that's going to talk about mental health of children. We'll pay them, a specialist, thousands and thousands of dollars. But for our own people to come in and talk about our own kōrero and our own mātauranga and rongoa and remedies for that, well, we got some gas vouchers. It's not even going to pay for the travel there, the time, and the expert knowledge. So this is my Ohoata to you all today. I wanted to swear, but I'm like, I won't because of my nice, gentle whānau that aren't nasty Ngāpuhis. Ohoata, wake up, maranga ake, take maranga ake. Our knowledge is superior. It's so onto it, it's so in tune, and we're not dumbing down our intellectual superiority. No, and e hara tēnei I te tūwhaka hihi, he tū, kia whakaoho ia tātou kia u ki te pono. kia u ki te pono. And if you don't know what that means, kia kaha, kia kaha. I'm with you. Planning Reo Māori journey out on Maramataka. Quickly, before I go, any other little comments on asking dates of things coming up? I know, I'm sorry to growl you on Ohoata, but I have to make it all clear. Okay, I think that's clear enough. If not, send me a private message and I will tell you. This knowledge is owned by the people. It's for the people. It's for our rangatiratanga. And if the government or organisations or businesses want to sell it, the copyright of this framework of anything to do with maramataka planning belongs to us. You can put on other names of moons or other colours or other symbols, but the framework, like if you're writing a book in Te Reo Māori, the resource belongs to the writer. Meanwhile, part of my mission is to actually get us away from this, and to be looking at the moon and to understanding our own inner cycle of our own maramataka, which is the true maramataka, the maramataka and the cycle within. Mauri ora! Mauri ora. So ngā mihi kia koutou katoa, or maybe tomorrow you'll ask me some questions about dates that you have coming up. But this is why you need the maramataka, because you need to plan. And we're coming out of winter better than when we went in, because we're planning, we're higher learning, we're valuing our mātauranga. Kia ora.